Ho, 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 Merry Christmas, folks. Merry Christmas. I know it's still a little early, but Santa Claus don't sleep. Anything I say is never financial advice. If you wish to seek a financial advisor, do so. This is for entertainment purposes only. Ho, ho, ho. Well, folks, Bitcoin is at 93,000. Doing good. We're doing good there. XRP is at 219. We're doing good there. Everything else is still chopping around. You know, the crypto market is ups and downs and sideways. So we're going to deal with this because why? We're in for the long haul, folks. We're in for the long haul. I don't believe most of you are in for these short gains. I believe you're still stacking and accumulating coins. And that's what you should be doing because, folks, the future is with us, folks. Yes, indeed. To all the ladies and gentlemen out there that's willing to stick it out, I give you thumbs up, folks, because you're doing the right thing. For everybody else that are in for these little gains, you know, hey, I give you thumbs up too, you know. But it's going to come to a point, folks, where you're going to sell and you're not going to be able to get back in at the same price or lower. It's going to be way higher. Because when things turn around and things start cranking, you're not going to be able to shut it off. You're not. I'm not saying we won't go through bear markets or anything like that. There will be a time that we probably won't see such a bad drop in the bear market. And there's probably going to be times where we're not going to see that high of raises, you know, in the crypto market. But for now, it's an up and down thing, and, you know, it depends on how much you have in the crypto market. It all depends on how much gains you're going to take, you know, or how much you're willing to bear. Because there's people been holding on years, and I don't understand why they're not happy. They're still up. What are you not happy about? If you're willing to wait 4 or 5 years, why can't you wait another 4 or 5 years, see where it takes you, you know? Because I believe with all this stuff going on with crypto and everything, we have now a government that's all for crypto and all. Sooner or later, it's going to catch up and we're going to soar. You know, you have to, you know, be positive about this because we have a lot going for us, you know, especially XRP. XRP has all these ETFs, over 20 ETFs going to be going live. You know, it's going to take time and the dark pools are going to get eaten up like it did with Bitcoin. And then next you know, you're going to see high prices. How high? I don't know. Nobody knows. The only ones that's going to know is when you're there and you see it happen. Those are going to be people like me and you that are going to stick it out. Because when I bought Bitcoin years ago, I sold most of my Bitcoin really cheap. If I had held on to that today, you know, if I held on to most of my XRP till today, I would be very, very wealthy, you know. But I sold a lot back, you know. I bought cheap, I sold cheap. I should have held on, you know. But sometimes you got to get out of the crypto market for certain personal reasons, and now I'm back in. Man, I'll tell you, I still have crypto from years ago. Not as much as I had, but I still have it, you know, and I'm still doing all right. So, you know, I did have a wallet that I lost the seed phrase I just recently found. You know, an old Stephen King book. I must have been drunk and I wrote it down. You know, I'm happy that I was able to find that and get all those cryptos I've had in there for years, you know. And that changed my game in the crypto market. But, you know, don't let that happen to you. Don't lose your seed phrases because that's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. But to all the new people just getting into crypto, man, don't put everything you have down right away. Put a little bit down. And then if it drops, put a little bit more. You know, if it starts going up, you know, wait for it to drop down a little bit, then employ more. You know, people will teach you. You will learn, you know. Don't buy really high prices, you know. Always buy in the dips. As long as you buy in the dips, you're ready for the rips. Yes, indeed. So, I just wanted to make another video. You know, I really ain't got much to talk about, but just show face, you know, that I'm still positive that we are going to have an excellent Christmas, folks. I believe we're going to be up there again. Probably 103, 111,000. That's not my prediction. That's just my hopefulness. You know, I'm not predicting no prices because it don't get you nowhere. Because it never goes the way you want it to go. Because nobody knows what's going on. Nobody does. And if they tell you they do, they're crazy. Now, people predicting like $1 million Bitcoin. Believe me, I believe Bitcoin's gonna hit $1 million. Not this year, not next year, maybe 5 years. It could take 10. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. They're hopeful. You know, we're all positive. You know, we just get more people into crypto, more people buying. We're going to be fine. You know, if not, we're just going to go up a little bit at a time here and there. And it's going to be a mess. But I do believe next year people are going to be buying lots of crypto. I do believe that with all my heart. Because we didn't have it this year. We did not have that spontaneous fucking, you know, putting money to the thing and, you know, and prices rising up. We didn't have that this year. But I believe we're going to have it next year. I do believe people are going to see prices moving and they're going to want some of that. Yes, they are. So you have a great night and have a great Christmas, folks. I'm going to see you way before. I try to make a video every day or every other day, but you know, I just wish everybody the best Christmas. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, folks. Merry Christmas.